sustain the growing population? What happens when global warming gets out of hand? Do you think that humans should venture out and explore space? The issues we are facing globally affect all of us. We should all be concerned about the ever-changing dynamics on Earth and how we can prevent further damage from occurring, not only to Earth, but to us. I have always been interested in life science, specifically biology and environmental science. Science in general is what fuels our curiosity. It shapes the world we live in today. Curiosity of the unknown has inspired me to follow a life path to discovery in the scientific field. A woman named Abigail Harrison, otherwise known as Astronaut Abby, is the founder and leader of the Mars Generation, a nonprofit organization that inspires and educates young people and adults about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as STEM, as well as human space exploration. Today, I'm going to discuss the importance and benefits of space exploration, the impact it has on the environment, and how people like Abigail Harrison make a substantial impact on the development of technology, science, and the furtherment of humankind. The effects that humans have on Earth is substantial. Every year, more and more forests are torn down, driving important key species to migrate to smaller areas. This leads to endangerment and even extinction. This is mainly due to the rapid growing human population. Right now, there is nearly 7 billion people on Earth. The continuous release of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane from cars and factories are largely contributing to global warming and the climate change crisis we are facing on the global level. According to NASA, these industrial activities that our modern civilization depend on have raised atmospheric carbon dioxide levels from 280 parts per million to 400 parts per million in the last 150 years. These activities include the extraction and use of fossil fuels that give energy to nearly every mechanical man-made machine. With the rapid depletion of natural resources, the growing population, and vast release of greenhouse gases, what is mankind going to turn to next? Perhaps the idea of someday colonizing human civilization on a nearby planet, such as Mars. People have criticized upon the fact that space exploration should not be prioritized, and the issues on Earth should be put first. According to Abigail Harrison, we have so many problems here on Earth that need to be fixed. The way that you fix these problems is by having unique solutions and innovations. Space exploration has led to the development and surplus of many beneficial technologies that in return feed back into our economy. Examples of these technologies include GPS, solar cells, and accurate weather predictions. According to Extreme Tech, there's also amazing medical research happening in space right now that could cure diseases and even possibly prolong human life. And these experiments couldn't otherwise be done on Earth. As we develop and advance our technologies, unfortunately, our natural, unrenewable resources continue to deplete. The extraction of useful minerals we need damage the environment. The good news is that these precious materials are in space, and we can get hold of them by asteroid mining. According to Extreme Tech, startups like Planetary Resources want to mine asteroids instead of Earth, which would mean an effective, unlimited supply of raw materials. Space exploration has not only contributed to many technological advances, but has also contributed to the hope of improving the environmental health of Earth, and, in return, improving the health of humans. The Mars Generation, founded by Abigail Harrison, is making a large impact on young people and an inspiration to make a difference on Earth. From a very young age, Abigail was fascinated with the stars. She wanted to know what they were, how many of them existed, and how to possibly someday reach them. By the young and tender age of 14, she gave her first TEDx talk called What's Your Mars? intended to inspire people to chase their dreams and passions with purpose. Shortly after that, Abby founded her nonprofit organization, the Mars Generation. Part of her inspiration spurred from her experience attending space camp at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. The 6-day camp was very expensive, and the only reason why she was able to attend was because a local nonprofit organization raised enough money for her to go. This greatly influenced her and energized her to create her own program where kids from all over the United States could attend the same exact space camp as she did. According to CNN, since its creation, the Mars Generation has been able to send more than 40 students to space camp on scholarship. The students' expenses are fully paid for, and the volunteers at nonprofit help coordinate logistics with the families. Giving young adults hope that they could still follow their dreams, even with financial barriers, makes a colossal difference, not only to the lives of those specific people, but to the development of technology, science, engineering, and the environmental health of Earth and humans. It's no question that these things need to be happening in order to create a more and sustainable life on Earth. With the rapidly expanding population, the copious amounts of greenhouse gases being emitted, and the lack of education on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, something significant needs to occur, and it needs to occur quickly. The dire situation of the environment due to humans is expanding at an alarming rate. But the good thing is that there is still hope. With space exploration, we can obtain natural resources by asteroid mining. This would positively impact the health of the environment because we would be able to acquire precious materials that Earth otherwise couldn't provide. Space exploration has also given us many technological advances that wouldn't have been introduced without it. There is also hope due to amazing scientists such as Abigail Harrison. Without people, especially women, coming forward and fighting for their dreams, even faced with uncertainty and barriers, the world would never be the same. Not only does she inspire people, but she has dedicated her life to educating young people about science and encouraging them to pursue anything that they put their minds to. Approaching generations depend on space exploration. They depend on creating environmental stability, but most of all, they depend on educating young people about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. With the help of people like Abigail Harrison, the future of mankind depends on it. Okay.